My blog is live. For those of you who didn't know, I just launched my very first blog, so head over to leftcoastrevivals.com if you want to check it out. I'm going to share all of my current obsessions, and don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter because I've got a new blog coming next week and you're not going to want to miss it. Today I'm going to be taking you guys with me on one of my very casual days. This is my weekly Goodwill run, and we have so many amazing Goodwills in our area. And typically what I do is I just pick one little pocket of them where there's going to be 3 or 4 of them, and I try to hit as many as I can. So let's get inside the first one and see what we can find. All right, a lot of you guys have requested that I do voiceovers while I am shopping in the store so that you can know what I'm thinking when I'm looking at items. And I'm not gonna lie, one of my dreams in life was to be an audiobook recorder. So let's have fun with this. Bear with me, it's probably not gonna be that great. Let's just start with this basket right here. I love putting plants in baskets. It's something that I've done for a long time. Here's some Instagram pictures that I've done over the years. I really think it adds a lot of texture and can be really fun. So many of you have heard me talk about Curtis Gier sculptures in the past, and I love to pick those pieces up. They're really hard to find, especially when they are artist signed. This one I'm not familiar with, Marie Jansen, so I decided to pass on this one. I wasn't sure if this horse was musical or not. For some reason I thought it might be. That would have been really cool. I don't think it was. And this looks like it is a Switzerland tourist bell that somebody probably picked up on vacation. Scanning. I told you this wasn't going to be good. My eyes are scanning, trying to do slow panning shots for you. Now this got me excited because I think that these are super beautiful, and you will have to stay tuned so I can show you how it's used and why I got it. Not a bad first thing to put in my cart to start off the day. Now this Goodwill, I find some really, really good antiques at, but it does tend to be one of the most expensive Goodwills. So I don't know if you caught the price tag on that last piece of brass. I did see several other great pieces of brass here, but I felt like they were just too overpriced. This tile caught my attention. Oh, just kidding. I went right past the tile. Now I'm looking at the tiger. Because it's a tiger. It's awesome. And then I think I come back to the tile here in a minute. Another piece of brass, beautiful, but I felt like the pricing was just a little too high. However, this little cutie was only $3.99, and I love these ones because they're two-toned. So I put that one in the cart. Let's see what else is there. Oh, this candle holder reminded me of some of these ones that are cast metal from Japan in the 1960s. I actually couldn't quite read that stamp there. I decided to pass on it. I thought this was adorable if you wanted to make like a Christmas tree muffin, 2018. So I thought that might mean it is new. Most likely, that would be a couple years ago. Just checking out the end caps. That's always a great place to find things. These caught my attention for sure because I love anything that's hand carved, and I think that they were only a few dollars. So those go in the cart. No furniture here today. I have picked up a mid-century rocking chair from here. I've gotten a couch. I've gotten a dresser. I found really good pieces here before, but none today. This piece of art was really beautiful. It was an original signed one, but they wanted $24.99, and I just felt like that was too much for it. So I didn't end up getting it. Does that say $24.99? Yep, it says $24.99. Good. You know, it's hard to remember these things after the fact. Anyway, so I did pass on that one. Hey, there's the tile. I came back to the tile. I knew that one caught my attention. It's really pretty. Have any of you guys ever seen one of these before? I'm not sure if it was hand painted and then had a resin over it or not. Love Mexican folk art paintings. Absolutely getting this one. $4.99, which is a really good price, especially since a lot of their art was $20 to $25. I thought that was a good deal on that one. I always look when they roll out the brand new carts because a lot of times that's where you'll find good things. I've been really into tie-dye lately. In fact, you guys, I have some really exciting new merch coming soon. It's already printed and I just need to get it photographed and listed on my website, but it's definitely going to be tie-dye. And I picked up this dress. It was not the $45. I think it was $6.99. Great
start to the morning. One of the first things that I saw when I walked up to the brass aisle was this beautiful piece here. It's got this beautiful floral etching in it, and I'm pretty sure that this is made to be a cover. So I've seen people use these for quite a few different things. I've seen people put them over spray bottles or perfumes in their bathroom to kind of hide what's underneath. Maybe you have something that's not in the most beautiful bottle ever and you want to cover it up and make it look beautiful. This is so perfect for that. I wish that this was tall enough for a wine bottle, because I think that would be wonderful to have on your counter, and you just lift it up and there's your wine. It's not quite tall enough to cover hairspray, but there are so many other things that people have in their bathrooms that this would work great for. What are some other uses that you guys have seen these for? I'm actually not sure what it was originally intended for, but that's the only thing that I've seen people do with them, is they use it as some kind of a cover. I was just looking at this upside down and I had an idea. What if you were to drill a single hole in the back of it and you could turn this into a wall mounting vase? I think that would be really pretty. Then you could have your water in the bottom and have flowers coming out of the top of it. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to be putting this in my shop sale, so I'm going to sell it as is. But if you're interested in turning it into a wall mounting vase, I think that'd be a great idea too. These were some neat little salt and pepper shakers. It still has the original sticker there that says Vancouver, Canada, and I'm a little bit worried about taking off the Goodwill tags here. I know sometimes they're so sticky that they actually rip off the paint. So if any of you guys have any great tips for me of how you do that, I've used Windex before rather than just warm water, and that has worked well. So I might give that a try, but please let me know in the comments below if you have figured out some perfect way to do that, because I don't want to damage these little guys. I think they're really wonderful, and even though they are kind of aged to perfection with a little bit of the paint being worn off, I really don't want to add to that, especially when you're going to see the whole shape of the Goodwill tag. Darn it. That Goodwill had a lot of great brass pieces, but they were pretty spendy. I did grab this one for $3.99 because I really like these two-toned ones. I think they are super pretty, and I love the fluted shape on this. I'm always picking up these brass vases because not just do they sell well, but I think that these are very timeless. They work with almost any kind of decor. I can honestly see you mixing this into maybe a French country look. It's definitely going to work in traditional. I think it works even if you've got kind of a little bit of a mid-century boho thing going on. And of course, if you're into minimalism, all you need is one of these little vases with a couple little flowers and it's ready to go. My theme for 2021. Oh my gosh, it's 2021. I almost just said 2020. What in the world? I keep forgetting. My theme for 2021 is color. That is kind of what I keep going back to. I'm trying to introduce more color to my shop. I'm trying to introduce more color to my fashion and my home. And I love these beautiful folk art paintings. It's got the birds and the flowers. I thought this one was really great, and it's only $4.99, and it comes in a vintage wood frame, so I'm going to sell it just like it is. But you can always get these pieces and remat them. If you wanted to make this a little bit more modern, you could put some white or black matting around it and a very minimal metal frame. So many options with a piece like this. You could even get a more dramatic and ornate frame and really go for it. Yeah, I think my 2020 goal was just to survive and get through that rough year. So thanks for helping me through that. 2021, all about the color. And here we go with the color. Although most of this is black, it does have a splash of color on the bottom. I picked this piece up because I really liked the cut. I've never worn a dress shaped like this before, and I honestly don't know how it's gonna look on, but I'm kind of excited to find out. All right, we are off to the next Goodwill. Let's go see what else we can find today.
All right, Salmon Creek Goodwill in Vancouver, Washington. This is another one of the overpriced Goodwills, but you gotta go and try. These bowls are absolutely beautiful. I do not think they are vintage. I think they are newer, but this is a good quality brand, and I think that these would be so pretty if you were to have an outdoor dinner table setting with maybe some brass candle holders and some white candles. That would be so beautiful. What would you put in this bowl? I want to see your comments on that. I thought this was a little cutie too. I love anything hand painted, as you know. It was only $1.99, but I didn't end up getting it. Let's see, what else do we have here? I haven't been finding a lot in the wood aisle lately. I'm not sure why. It's just one of those things. But you gotta keep looking, never give up. What if it's right there underneath that? Nope, it's totally not. These are for tossing a salad, and I actually contemplated getting them. They're probably not vintage. You can see the way that they're made, but I do need a good pair of salad tossing tongs things. This one's super pretty. I knew it was new, but I had to look anyways just because the colors on it was so pretty. These vintage ball jars are the ones that I used in my wedding, and I still have some that were my great grandma's. They're so special. I'll keep them forever. I'm not sure what that was. I think it was a candy machine, some kind of a vending machine. Let's see what it says say. Yeah, that'd be really fun to have in your house if it had candy, non-stop, round-the-clock candy. These were the only two things that I picked up at the Goodwill, but you knew that I was going to because not only are they etched brass, but they are colorful, and that is my theme this year.
That was sure fast. I was in and out of that Goodwill in about 10 minutes, and I only got these 2 pieces, but as you know, I just told you earlier, I love to pick up these etched brass vases, and these ones are really fun because both of them are colorful. So I don't know if I should sell these as a set together. I kind of think it looks cool the way that they, like the shape is on them together. I don't know. I might sell them individually, but picked them up for $2.99, and a lot of times these will be $6.99 at Goodwill, so I felt like $2.99 was definitely worth picking these up. Now we're gonna head to one of my favorite Goodwills that I hit every other day. So I was there just a few days ago, so I'm not expecting to find a lot, but I do go to that one a lot because they have good stuff. So you never know unless you go.
Now is the time to be looking for that winter outerwear. Everybody is donating it. Things are warming up, spring is around the corner, and everyone is taking their winter stuff to Goodwill. I have been trying to find vests lately, and this one was really great. Blue is the half off color, so it was only $5. I really love the color on this one. These boots are amazing. I love leather boots, especially when they are good quality like these. All we need to do is check and see if they are my size, which I know they are not my size because this was actually filmed last week, and I'm still very sad about it. But I did still get them because I wanted to put them in my shop sale because I just felt like they were too cool. I love the way those straps were on them, so they went in the cart. This is where I'm always chanting Lisa Larson under my breath, waiting to find another one of her amazing pieces. It might be years. I know the first one took me 5 years to find, so I will just be patient. A lot of people have suggested that I buy them on eBay, but if you are a true thrifter at heart, you know that the thrill is in the hunt and in the find. So even though I could splurge and buy something online for a little bit more money, I really want to find it either at a Goodwill, an estate sale, maybe a garage sale. I'd even be willing to find them at an antique store as long as I find them in person. This is an adorable little mid-century vase. I'm definitely getting that one. I love the shape on it and I love the color.
Sad that these boots are not my size. They are a women's size 7. I thought this was really neat the way that the laces were on this strip of leather that went just kind of over the top of the foot. These are really well-made boots, and I'm always looking for great black leather boots. So I'm super sad that they are not my size, but I was not gonna just leave them there, and so one of you guys will have a chance to grab these in my next shop sale. And then another pro tip, you always have to use what you can, and the boot was the perfect little spot to put this guy. The key is you just can't forget that you put something in there. But this is a great little vintage Hager vase, and it was only $2.99. I'm doing good on picking up color today and pattern. So I've been wearing a lot more vests lately, and I'm really excited about this spring using these to layer just to give more texture and kind of just to have a little bit more fun with my fashion. This one was $9.99 and it was blue, so that meant that it was half off, which means I only ended up paying $5 for this. It's got little wooden buttons there, and I think that this would be really cute styled with a white t-shirt and just a pair of jeans and some fun boots. I think I would actually let the vest kind of speak for itself and kind of go for an understated casual look. We'll see. I'll try it on and see how it turns out. We're gonna hit one more Goodwill today, but before we do that, I wanna take you guys to ReTAILS, which is one of my favorite thrift stores in Vancouver. If you live in Portland area, you need to come up here and go to ReTAILS. Just skip the jewelry counter, keep walking and check out everything else and leave the jewelry for me. That's the only request I have. I'm just kidding, you can buy as much jewelry as you want.
All right, I don't know what I'm thinking right here in this moment because I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit in awe. Was this used? Did people really ride in this? It was $1,500. I am dying to know what you guys think of that. One of my favorite things about ReTAILS thrift store is that they color coordinate all of their smalls, which makes it nice and easy to be like, nope, stay away from the pink over here. Let's check out the brown things. Okay, you guys have to let me know how I'm doing on these voiceovers. Are they any good? Does it make it more interesting, or would you rather mute me and just have the music? This little wooden guy was really cute. It's a little kitty and it's a hidden compartment box. And I like these because they're basically like a puzzle piece. I didn't end up getting it. It was only $1.49, which is an incredible deal. And maybe I should have gotten that. It is pretty cute. I never really find good furniture here. I find so many great things, especially jewelry. I found Pendleton blankets before, lots of really good smalls. Ooh, speaking of, this tray is amazing. What's funny is that I actually put it back. Christmas 2002, I was like, it's not vintage enough. Even though the design and the shape on it and the color was exactly what I was looking for to have for a tray in bed, I still put it back just because it said 2002 and I felt like that wasn't old enough. But don't worry, I did go back and get it. Now these, on the other hand, I put in my cart because these do sell really well. And I think there was a set of 5 of them. One of them had a chip in it. I did end up putting those back after I had them in my cart because you'll see why in just a minute. I found some other cups that I like even more. Antique Art Deco watering can. Yes, please put that in the cart. Look inside, don't mind if I do. This is one of my favorite little spots to come and look for jewelry because every time you open up a drawer, you have no idea if there's going to be something good in there. This is the store that I recently found that fantastic mid-century, kind of a brutalist, abstract style pendant. Well, I turned it into a pendant. It was actually a brooch, but it is so fantastic and it's something that's going to be in my forever collection. And I just opened up one of these drawers and there it was for $2.50. I did end up grabbing those earrings right there for $9.99. Okay, here's where things start to get really exciting. You cannot tell because there's music playing and it's muted, but I am kind of silently freaking out inside right now. I couldn't believe I had just found these marble goblets. They went in the cart. Sadly, one of them had a big chip and a crack on it, but the rest of them went in my cart.
Officially made my day. These are solid carved one-piece marble goblets. I mean, are you kidding me? So unfortunately, one of them did have a pretty big chip in it and a crack in the bottom, so I had to leave that one behind. But I did get 4 of them that are in almost perfect condition, and these are going to be absolutely beautiful on my kitchen shelves. I feel like right now there is a huge shift in trends that I'm seeing on Instagram and on blogs and with HGTV designers, and it's really interesting to watch things as they come in style and out of style. But one thing that will never, ever, ever go out of style for me is marble, and it has such a special place in my heart. I'm going to tell you guys a little story here, and I might tear up a little bit, so bear with me. If you've followed me for a while, you know that I talk about Italy all the time. It is my favorite place on this earth. It is where I've always felt called to. I kind of feel like I might have lived in Florence, Italy in a past life or two. It definitely has a very special place in my heart, and I always knew that I wanted to go there. But when I was young, in my 20s, I was in a very controlling relationship. It was a very unhealthy relationship. And when I expressed that I wanted to go see the marble quarries in Italy, my ex said, "You're never going to Italy. I'm never going to let that happen." Thankfully, I left that relationship and I moved on with my life. And guess what? Within a year, I did my first trip to Italy. And I will never forget the moment when I was standing at the top of the Carrara marble quarry and I called my dad on some little flip phone. I remember flipping it out and like pulling up the antenna, and I called my dad and I said, "Dad, I did it. I'm here." And I was so proud of myself. Anyways, so marble is very special to me. So the moral of the story is, don't stay in bad relationships, never give up on your dreams, work hard to get them, and don't worry about trends, because if you love it, that's all that matters. As someone who loves plants, I feel like you can never have too many vintage watering cans. I really like this one because you can see when you look up close that patina on there, the copper's coming through, but it has that very like oil rub bronze look to it, and the shape on it's awesome. I thought this would be perfect for those days when I decide not to get out of bed and go sit at my desk, and I can put my coffee and my phone on here, and hopefully my cats won't knock it over. It's so fun when all of your finds look really good together. So I'm gonna set this up with a watering can, some little flowers, and my beautiful new marble mugs, and I'm going to show you how cute they all look together.
This is a beautiful piece of hand-painted Mexican pottery, and I really would have gotten this one. I think it's beautiful with the blue flowers and the brown background, but I didn't get this even though it was only $4.99, because the only thing that ever seems to break in shipment for me has been Mexican pottery or clay things that are very flat and fragile. I have had incredible luck over the years with shipping pottery. I think I've just gotten really good at packaging it over the years, but sadly, plates seem to be one of the harder things to do, especially when it's just a single plate by itself like that. Grabbed this little stoneware Japanese coffee mug because it was so pretty. I did end up passing on the rest of them, and I'll tell you a little bit why in the car. Now these candle holders are interesting because I don't typically pick up a lot of glass, but these were such a beautiful color and it was all about the shape, so I definitely grabbed those. And there's a pair, and you always get a pair. I wish you guys could see right now, but I got my little kitty snuggling in my lap while I'm recording this for you. I feel like drinkware is really popular. I don't know if it's because people have started drinking a little bit more during COVID. I'm not going to admit whether I'm one of those people or not, but I thought that those were really great to add to my shop. And this was a really pretty piece of pottery. It's hand signed on the back, and I love these for chips and salsa, or if you're gonna have veggies and some ranch dip. They're great for entertaining, and I really almost got this one, but I felt like it was so big. As you could see, I was confused. I didn't end up getting it. I haven't been having very good luck lately with finding textiles. I've been doing really good finding them at vintage shops and antique stores, but I haven't found a lot of high quality textiles at Goodwill recently. I need to hit some of their boutiques because I do know that they send some of their better pieces to the boutiques, and I haven't been to those in a while. Dun, 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 dun. Look for it. Look up, Laura. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy right now. So happy. Just trying to hold the camera still for you guys. But I'm very, very excited about this find. I couldn't decide if I thought this was cool or not. It's a vintage Japanese piece, but I don't know. Is he cute? He's not quite modernist enough for me. He's a little too realistic. So I didn't end up getting him, but I do think I liked it.
I want to talk about the brass thing, but it's on the bottom, so I'm going to make myself talk about these things first. I think that these are going to be really pretty with white candles in them. Or should I match it? Should I put candles the same color as the glass? that might look really cool. I know monochrome things are really in right now. All right, my next Goodwill stop, I'm gonna have to try to look for some candles this color because I think that could be really pretty too. I picked up 2 of these because they appear to be hand blown to me. They're very irregular and I thought that was really neat. And of course the amber color is classic and beautiful, and I can just imagine having a friend over someday and having a sip. They're really pretty. So I got 2 of those and they were only $1.99 each. The only drink that I like more than red wine would be coffee. I love having my morning coffee in a special mug, and I thought this one was really pretty. I used to pick up a lot of these Japanese stoneware coffee mugs and sell them when I had a vintage mall space, and then I've kind of stopped doing that online with my website because the price point is so low, and anyone who has been a reseller for a long time, you know how much work goes into one single listing. I think a lot of people would be surprised to find out how much time you spend cleaning the cups, photographing them, measuring them, listing them, weighing them, shipping them. You're only going to make $10, maybe $15 off of a coffee mug. That's a lot of money to charge, I feel like, for one of these. It was so pretty, and I want somebody to have this become their new special coffee mug. I love, love, love ending the day on such a great note. Are you kidding me? What are they? One of my favorite things about abstract mid-century pieces are the animal can be whatever critter you want it to be. You want this to be a giraffe? It's a giraffe. You want it to be a gazelle? It's a gazelle. Who knows what it is? I don't know. Do you know? I've been reselling vintage full-time for 8 years now, and in all of my years of thrifting, I have never come across something like this. So a lot of times to me, that means that it might be a designer piece and it might be kind of a one-of. But most brass or bronze mid-century designer pieces would have an artist's signature, and I've never seen one with this kind of common base with the screws in the bottom. So I'm pretty sure this is not a designer piece, but it's also so fantastic that I think it could be. I honestly have no idea, which means that we know I'm going to be going down the Google wormhole for hours trying to find out. If any of you guys have ever seen this piece before or something very similar, please let me know in the comments below. All right, the fun is over for today. I've got to get home and get cleaning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys in a brand new adventure soon.